Hello, Veronica. It's Mr. Shawn again here to read another story to you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good, enjoying the summer. So let's read about liquids today. This is liquids. Look at all the liquids she has here, huh? Like some water, orange juice, maybe. Who knows what this is? Kool-Aid or grape juice, or it's like butter, maybe. Everything is made of matter. Remember, we talked about matter earlier. Some matter is liquid matter. Water is a liquid. Juice is a liquid. Honey is a liquid. This must be honey. This is probably some juice here. This might be water or milk, maybe. So, can you think of some other liquids, maybe? A liquid does not keep its own shape. A liquid takes the same shape as the container it's in. A liquid spreads out when it's not in a container. Yeah. See the liquid here in the bowl, it takes on the same shape. Same with this large bottle. But when this measuring cup got tipped over, it just kind of flattens out, doesn't it? Goes wherever it wants. That's what liquids do. They can't hold their own shape. Oil in a tall, thin bottle has a tall, thin shape, like the bottle. Yep, see, like this. This must be oil in here, maybe olive oil. Oil in a round, flat pan has a round, flat shape, like the pan. Now, this is more of a bowl, but a roundish bowl. Oil that has spilled spreads out all over. Kind of like that. Like when if you help your mom make stuff, or even if you have milk or juice or water in a cup, if you spilled it, it just goes wherever it wants when it's flat because it just spreads out all over. But it's when it's in the cup, it has the same shape as the cup. A liquid can be hot or cold. Hot chocolate, gravy, and soup are hot liquids. Milk, juice, and soda are cold liquids. You know what soda is? This is probably soda here. In Michigan, we call it pop. In other parts of the country, it's called soda. Sometimes it's called soft drink. And in areas around in Georgia, which is a state farther to the south where it's warmer in the wintertime, they call it Coke or Coca-Cola because that's where Coca-Cola comes from, is Atlanta, Georgia. So here's the hot food, hot liquids. A liquid can be thick or thin. Dish soap, syrup, and shampoo are liquids. They flow slowly. Water, lemonade, and fruit juice are thin liquids. They flow quickly. Yeah, when do you like syrup on pancakes or French toast or something like that? You pour it on there, it goes out slowly. Or soap, hand soap, sometimes you have it in a pump, comes out, it's quite thick generally. Or maybe your shampoo that you put on your hair is kind of thick. Liquids can change as their temperature changes. Some liquids will freeze when they get very cold. A liquid that freezes becomes a solid. You remember about that? We talked about solids before, maybe like ice cubes. So here is water, which is a liquid being poured into this container, and you stick it into the freezer. And then when you let it freeze, it becomes ice cubes. Or snow comes down as a solid in snowflakes, but it was once water in the clouds, and because of the cold air, it became snow. And when the sun heats it up, it melts, becomes water, and as it gets hotter, it evaporates, becomes a gas. That's what these squiggly lines are. So, like when you see um, kind of a white cloud, if your mom is heating something on the stove, or if you heat something in the microwave and it gets really hot and you take it out, you can see white steam coming off of it. Well, that's a gas. That's called water vapor. So that's what it turns into. Water is a liquid, it freezes into ice. Ice is a solid. That's what we talked about over here, right? And snow, some liquids will turn into a gas when they get very hot. Water turns into steam when it gets hot. Steam is a gas. That's that white cloud that comes off of hot stuff, like we talked about. That's called steam. That's the water that gets heated up to a certain point. Do you know when water freezes and becomes a solid? Do you know what temperature that is? In Fahrenheit, the temperature that we use here in the United States, freezing of water is 32 degrees. And another form of measurement called Celsius, which most of the rest of the world uses, water freezes at 0 degrees, which kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? And then water boils or becomes a gas at 212 degrees Fahrenheit and 100 degrees Celsius. There's other forms of measurement too, but that's much later when you get to high school. I'll talk about it in chemistry, probably. A lot of information there. Scientists study liquids to learn more about them. They want to know what happens to liquids when you heat them up, cool them down, or mix them together. What would you like to know about liquids? Now, once you get into chemistry more, they mix chemicals and they can do all kinds of stuff. You might see people that make lava. You mix two chemicals or a solid and a liquid, or maybe two liquids together. You can get things, different things to do, get them to do different things. Well, I hope you learned some stuff about liquids today, Veronica. Until next time, take care. Bye.